Greetings, free thinkers. Welcome to the Hoggcast. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing fine. I certainly am. Okay, what do we have for you on today's episode? We have for you a tough one. This is a clip that came out yesterday. Shows a police officer in the United States. Now, as if you're a regular viewer, you know that the only police left in the world that I respect are the United States police. They cannot not know that they are under the microscope at the moment, right? Especially as power has been given to thoroughly irresponsible people who hate the police, want to abolish the police at worst, and at best to defund the police. And those are the type of people who have the United States police forces under the microscope. And then you have a deputy or a sergeant, I think he is, who goes and does this. Now, we have to be quote unquote thankful that the woman who is at this moment sitting in the upturned car that you can see in front is white. Had she have been a person of colour, then you know that the alarm bells would be rang from here to Timbuktu. But luckily, because she looked like me or you, the people who scream the loudest aren't really concerned. It doesn't bother them, just like the countless victims of the Chicago and Detroit gang violence, because it doesn't fit their narrative, right? That's the only thing we've got going for us here. But this type of thing, regardless, does not help the police, right? As I said, they should be conscious of the fact they're under the microscope. So doing something like this doesn't help their cause at all. So let's get into this video. This is a police car. This is the cameras on the dash cam of the police vehicle. And he does a pit maneuver on this family woman's car, escalating it drastically for nothing. She was a threat to no one, right? So let's get into this clip now. If you haven't yet though, please like the video if you find it informative, subscribe to the Hoggcast on YouTube and BitChute, but most importantly share this video around. That will help us stay competitive with the bigger mainstream media brands who get pushed, whilst the likes of us, we are demonetized, reduced and shadow banned. We are conservative commentators. So we need your help to share this around to hopefully grow. Okay, let's go. Okay, so we'll watch the clip and then once it's finished, we'll go back, watch again, and I'll make the points I feel like I need to make.
Why didn't you stop?
Because I didn't feel like it was safe.
Well, this is where you ended up. Are you the only one in the vehicle?
Yes.
Okay.
Pregnant.
Well, ma'am, you've got to pull over when we stop. When people don't stop for emergency vehicles, we end this right here, right now, before you get further into congested traffic. All you had to do was slow down and stop.
I did slow down. I turned on my hazards. I thought I was doing the right thing.
Welcome back to the Lackluster channel. Today's story was made possible with the help of a viewer named Zero. In July 2020, Nicole Harper was driving home on the I-67 and is alleged to have been clocked for speeding by Senior Corporal Rodney Dunn, who claims that she fled. But in the video, we see an obvious decrease in speed as Harper pulls into the right lane and activates her turn signal. She claims it was to indicate she was going to exit the interstate, as the area had a reduced shoulder, regardless of Harper's actions, and indications that she would stop. Corporal Dunn initiates a pit maneuver.
Okay, did they hit the inside wall? They roll over. Give me EMS started. got the number 3 lane shut down.
The pit maneuver sent Harper's vehicle into the concrete center divider and overturned it. The manner in which Corporal Dunn casually strolls up to the vehicle seems to demonstrate he had no fear that the victim he had just offended was a threat in any way.
Yes, that end part exactly. Now let's go back, we'll watch again. I will stop it at random intervals when there are points I feel need to be made. Okay, let's go. Okay, the clip.
Because I didn't feel like it was safe.
Well, this is where you ended up. Are you the only one in the vehicle?
Yes.
Okay.
Pregnant.
Well, ma'am, you've got to pull over when we stop. When people don't stop for emergency vehicles, we end this right here, right now, before you get further into congested traffic. All you had to do was slow down and stop.
I did slow down. I turned on my hazards. I thought I...
So you're about to see the chase, or if you can call it a chase, itself. That was the aftermath. We're going to watch the main run-up to what happened now. And as you can hear, I'm not sure, I should imagine you heard her when she said that she is pregnant, right? I mean, in the police officer's defense, he couldn't have known that. He's not telepathic, but still... that is an incredibly irresponsible thing to do. Look, if I was an officer, I would possibly, figuratively speaking, of course, crap myself if I'd have just done that, right? So this showed you that this man, this police officer, is very cocksure. He's very blasé. He's very complacent in his position. He's probably been I think he's a captain. A sergeant. Either way, he's likely been on the police force for many years, possibly over a decade or two, and has become complacent to the point where he does something like that and doesn't have that feeling that you or me would, like, oh my god, what have I just done to a pregnant woman?
Welcome back to the Lackluster channel. Today's story was made possible with the help of a viewer named Zero. In July 2020, Nicole Harper was driving home on the I-67 and is alleged to have been clocked for speeding by Senior Corporal Rodney Dunn, who claims that she fled. But in the video, we see an obvious decrease in speed as Harper pulls into the right lane and activates her turn signal. She claims it was to indicate she was going to exit the interstate, as the area had a reduced shoulder, regardless of Harper's...
Now, again, in at least partially the police officer's defense, he didn't know who was in the car, okay? That being said, look, I'm trying to be fair to the police, the policeman, because he hasn't got much going for him, right? He hasn't got much going for him. That being said, on the victim side, and I do see her as a victim, she probably has never been pulled over by the police before. She probably confused. That's why she partially slowed down, but then didn't stop the vehicle. I don't think she was scared of the law enforcement officer. I think she has probably respected law enforcement and had a high opinion of law enforcement probably her whole life. She's pregnant, okay, but she was probably confused. Is this police car after me? You know, she's a heavily pregnant woman. She's on her way home, most likely. Never been in trouble with the law. So she sees a police car behind her. And that could be confusing to her. So she slows down, but doesn't stop. Because she's not entirely sure if this police officer is trying to stop me.
Actions and indications that she would stop. Corporal Dunn initiates a pit maneuver.
Did they hit the inside wall?
So you can hear by his voice, he's not at all concerned. Like it's just everyday business for him. Like he's just upturned a pregnant woman's car. Why? It's like he's not in a destruction derby. You understand? I mean, he's gonna give his reason in a minute, of course. Not that I buy it, but it's not like she was speeding away, trying to be evasive or whatnot. Yes, I get that you wanted to stop her, but is this entirely necessary? Really? Was that the only and obvious course of action?
They roll over, get me EMS started. Got the number 3 lane shut down.
The pit maneuver sent Harper's vehicle into the concrete center divider and overturned it. The manner in which Corporal Dunn casually strolls up to the vehicle seems to demonstrate he had no fear that the victim he had just offended was a threat in any way.
Thank you. That's exactly what I'm talking about. The fact that he's blasé, he's complacent, he's become of the opinion that he's entitled to smash this woman's car over and put her and her unborn child in danger. Stress is not good for pregnant women, right? Imagine the stress, not only this incident, but in the days afterwards that is putting her through. You know, if you are a law enforcement officer, you have certain not just rights, you have the right to detain another human being, but with that comes responsibility, right? You have certain responsibilities, okay? Power isn't just something to be wielded to smash your enemies or to smash those who are doing wrong. Power also needs to be used in a way that is constructive as well as destructive. What he's done here is destructive. He's caused destruction instead of constructive, or done something at least better to resolve the very minor situation of a pregnant woman driving a car slowly on the way home. So yeah, that's the video. Does it change my opinion of the police in the United States? On the whole, no. I still support and believe in them. I, like all ordinary people at least, understand that you're always going to have a few bad apples in any bunch. If the bad apples continue to crop up, then of course it could change. For example, the Canadian police, the Australian police, French police and British police, I've lost all respect for, because there are just too many humiliating or unjustified incidents, too many bad apples, that they have eventually spoiled the entire crop. I haven't seen that yet, despite the mainstream media propaganda, when it comes to the United States police. I always love an underdog as well, and the American police are under the microscope. They are being unjustly tarnished, in my opinion, and that makes them, in my eyes, underdogs, so I will naturally support them. That being said, this guy here, who must know the level of scrutiny the police in the United States is under at the moment, he acted entirely recklessly, dishonorably, foolishly, impulsively, and this is the result. Not good. Not good at all. Anyway, look, thank you for watching this video. Let me know what you guys think about this incident in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to the Hoggcast, like the video if you found it informative, and share this video around social media, the normies, and so on. We are shadow banned, reduced, and demonetized. We are conservative commentators. So if you could share this around, that would really be a boon for me. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.